Okay, welcome back, folks. This is Hiker Lou with the Outdoor Wilderness Wildlife Adventures, and this is the Lone Wolf Wilderness Scouting Fatwood Adventures, and this is episode 36. Before I reached my destination, I want to show you how beautiful this wood is. Look at this. I want to show you. This is from a small dead fallen pine log, a small one. But look at the quality. Look at the color, the golden color of that. This one too. I can show you that in the light. And absolutely this one too. Can't see it much. It's dark red. It's like a dark amber. And this is a knot. Okay, these are knots. This is from, looks like, I think it's part from a root system, a small tree. It died. And I can tell you, with these trees near the marsh, what happens when the tide rises to a certain level, wherever the trees are growing next to the marsh, over time, it could be 20, 40, 50, 60 years, let's just say as the tide comes higher and higher, whatever trees were in that zone where the water never reached. Now the water's there, and slowly these trees drown, they rot, the soil absorbs too much water, not enough oxygen, which chokes off the root system of the trees. And that's just what's happening here. So you have a lot of dead trees that are rotted because of the high tides, extreme high tides that we have here at the marsh. That's where I'm getting all of these knots from these fallen dead pine trees. Couldn't live with that high levels of water all the time. Okay, I'm going to take you to another location and show you a piece of wood that has some of the bark looks like it's peeling off, which is ideal tinder. I'm going to cut a piece of that wood to use as fuel in my Lixada gasification wood stove, which we'll see momentarily. And we're definitely going to get something cooked today. Definitely going to cook, so I'm going to have to turn this camera off right now. And this is a piece of wood that I told you I saw. You can see the way the bark is coming off. This is completely dry. It's dead, and I'm going to use this as fuel with my Lixada gasification wood stove. And we're going to heat up a little tea and get something to eat. That's going to be my reward for today, besides getting fatwood. So this is hardwood. You can see it, but it's dry. You can see that. It's dry. This is going to be nice piece of dead wood, dry wood I was able to find. I want to show you something, folks, that when you go looking for a dead pine tree, try to find which direction you think that tree most likely fell in. Depending on the age of the tree. This tree could be so old that it died and rotted completely with just fragments laying there like a skeleton, more like a puzzle. And then we come up to a fragment, one small piece of that tree that fell, and I'm going to keep going right along here. And this is another part of it. Here it is, the rest of it goes two ways. You got that in that direction, and you have part of it right here, and it goes right over this little hill here, as you can see right through the camera, and it continues all the way to the end next to that palm tree. That's how long that tree was. That's how old that tree is. That's how old that tree is. I'm looking at it. Okay, folks, I'll be right back with you. Give me 1 minute. Hook the cameras up. Gonna finish harvesting a piece from my last episode. Then I'm gonna whip out that Lixada. We're gonna get something. We're gonna get some tea boiled and a couple of hot dogs grilled. Stay with me. This is gonna be an exciting adventure. Not to mention this mega knot that I have. It's a cluster of knots. I'm going to leave this for another project at another time. I have enough wood. Just chuck that to the side. All right, here we are. Welcome back to the Outdoor Wilderness Wildlife Adventures. And I'm your host, Hiker. It just may be episode 36 all by itself. I have my Lixada I want to pull out. And in my travels, I found a nice piece of dry wood. And you can see the bark is peeling off, super dry. As far as wet as everything is out here, I found one piece. That should be enough fuel once I cut it down into pieces to put in that Lixada gasification wood stove, hiking, bushcraft, whatever you want to call it. It's a small little portable wood stove you take out when you go out to the bush. And this is a piece of wood. Hopefully this is going to be enough fuel, which I believe it will. I'm going to split it right down the middle, cut it in half, split it in sections, line it up inside that Lixada. Now, I want to show you some interesting pieces of wood. Now let's get back to some of these knots. Everything is wet, and you can see it just by looking at it, how wet this is. It has moss growing on it. Its whole life has been wet. This has been laying in the soil, you can see by the color. It's a little lighter up here, and this is what's been exposed, just a little bit exposed all that time. This has always been under the soil. This is one. Here's another beautiful little knot. Show you that. Look at the color of that. Look how beautiful that is. Nice, really nice knots here. Show you that. Okay, that's one. I have a couple more here. Here's a really nice one too. This is a beautiful piece. Just look at that fatwood in there. That is a beautiful piece of fatwood. Definitely. And I'm going to use this piece right here, this small little piece. I'm going to cut it up and use it for shavings and make a small feather stick to get that fire lit in my Lixada gasification of wood stove. So this is it. This is what it looks like, and that's a beautiful, beautiful piece of wood. Very nice. So I have I have 3 knots. This little one I found on the way, and this is part of the root system. I saw it sticking up. You can see how wet the soil is because this is near marshland, and that was just sticking up, so I just pulled it out. I was able to pull this right out of the ground. Look at that. I was able to pull that right out of the ground. And I'm going to cut into this first just to see if it's fatwood or oak. So that's what I'm going to do first, folks. It's going to be part of my first of my project. That's solid wood. I don't think this is, folks. Let me come down the side of it. Right along the grain here. That's solid wood. Now, you can see the color's brown. This is oak. That's a small oak tree that died. So that's not fatwood. No, it doesn't have any smell to it. Chuck that to the side. Let's take a look at this one here. This is a nice piece of wood. I know I'm not going to be able to probably get it down the middle. This is... Wow. If that ain't a hard piece of wood, folks, I don't know what is. Whew. I'm going to have to cut into it. Cut right into this baby. That's the best way I can hold it. That is one hard piece of wood, folks. Oh, wow. I hope the hands are getting it. I got all cameras rolling. You can hear the way that sound cut through it. It's solid. Wow. A little more. There we are. Wow. Look at that. That's beautiful wood. Look at that. That's what came. I took it apart. That's what we have. Look at that beautiful wood there, folks. That is a beautiful, and the smell is there. Beautiful piece of fatwood. If I could, just see. Wow, that was hard. Nothing easy about this. Okay. Look how dark that is. You know it's going to be something inside this. You see that? Look how dark that wood is. Wow, amazing. I'm going to cut it to just a little bit. Shave it up. Wow, just cut into this because I'm just curious to see the color. Just what I'm looking for. Wow, look at that beautiful fatwood. Look at the color of that. Wow. There we are, folks. And this is what I'm going to use when I cut this down. I'm going to cut this knot and get some shavings from it. Get a little fire stick from this also, and I'm going to show you a demonstration with my Lixada wood stove. Okay folks, welcome back. What I'm going to do, I want to cut down this beautiful knot. I love cutting knots. That's what I do. Look how beautiful that wood is, and I'm going to cut right down. Let's see, maybe this way. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to see if I can cut down the middle of this, which I think I can. Not a problem. That's beautiful. Just the way it's coming along. Nice and easy. Straight down the grain. Okay, let's see what this knot has to offer. Wow, look at that. Look at that beautiful fatwood. From this one little knot. One little knot produced that. Here we are. From this one little knot, cut it in half. There we are. So what I want to do, I'm going to further cut this again, right down this way. There we are, right down the grain. Okay, here we are. Look at this beautiful piece of fatwood. I'm going to use this as a feather stick to get that grill going. Cut down a little more. Get one more cut in this. There we are. That's it right there. That's the ticket. That's perfect. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful fatwood. Look at that, folks. I'm going to keep moving along because I want to cut these pieces up and do that demonstration with my wood stove. So this is not going to work. Not like that, at least. There we are. Right down the grain. Right down the grain, folks. Okay. Look at that, the way this thing comes apart. This is totally beautiful, beautiful fatwood. These little pieces here are gold. These little pieces here, folks. Golden little pieces of fatwood. That's nice. Okay, so I got one knot cut up with a feather stick. Here's another one. And let's see if I can just chop these up, because this is, doesn't matter. This is hard wood. That's one, two. Oh yeah. That's it right there. That's the ticket, like they say. Oh yeah. Just cut some of the excess off. And then, that's a mess right there. I'm going to cut this one right down the middle. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Right down the middle of this one, folks. Watch this. This is going to have something nice in it, too. Well, I'm going to have to start from this side. Oh, yeah, perfect. Look at that. Just popped in half. All right. Boy, that's serious fatwood in there. Look at that. That is serious. Oh, that's serious fatwood in there. Look at that. That is serious. That's a beautiful fatwood. Here we are. Hope the cameras are getting this, and especially the head cam. Look at that. That's beautiful. All right, I'm going to cut down again. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful piece of fatwood, just the way it is. This size is perfect. All right, so I'm going to cut this down again. There we go. There we go. Straight down. Another gem. Piece of gold. Fatwood gold. That's beautiful. I'm going to cut it down one more time. I'll show you my harvest at the end. You can see everything I'm cutting and see what I made of it. This is going to have to go this way. Beautiful wood. Beautiful. Beautiful fatwood. Look at that. Beautiful. That is absolutely magnificent. Fine fatwood. Okay, I have one last one. See if I can just chop right into this little piece there that I won't be taking with me. That's good. This is such a beautiful little piece of fatwood. If you can see that, there's got to be something beautiful inside here. I mean, that's beautiful fatwood, folks. Look at that. Look how beautiful that wood is. Wow, look at the color of that. That is absolutely beautiful fatwood right there, folks. And this is it. This is the end of the chopping up some fatwood right now. That's hardwood there, folks. Definitely. Good old pieces of hardwood. I'll get the fire, definitely. I'm going to get the fire lit with this. Okay. I'm going to cut this up right in little pieces. Little logs. This is long enough for that gas stove. Yep, these are long enough pieces. They're not too short. They're not too long. Yeah, this is going to burn very well. This is going to burn well. This wood's going to burn well. It's dried up. And I want to cut smaller pieces like this for the fuel. That's going to be good right there. That piece should be good. Cut this down. Then cut these two pieces down the middle. And that should be perfect. Okay, got one more piece to go. Then I'm going to say goodbye until I get that Lixada all ready for you. That is it. Okay, welcome back. And I want to show you my harvest for today. It's not a big harvest, but this is sure enough premium fatwood. The best you can get. These are from Knots. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use, I believe, this one here. And I'm going to make a feather stick. And I'm also going to take some shavings off some selected pieces of wood. But this is the harvest I have, folks. This is what I'm going to be taking out with me today. And now I'm going to get my Lixada gas stove up and running. I got the fuel for it already. I found a piece of a standing dead oak, a small piece, and I had the bark peeling off of it. And that was a good sign that I knew that was a good piece of dry hardwood. So I got that all cut up. That's going to be used for fuel in that little stove. And I'm going to show you how to grill some hot dogs. Stay with me. Okay, here we are. This is what the Lixada gas-ration wood stove looks like, unassembled. It comes like this. Take this piece right off. This comes up. That comes off. This is the top. There's a piece in here. I'll show it to you. This piece goes in here, just like this. Push down and push it again. You want this all the way down. Okay, you want this all the way down, like that. Okay, because this is what's going to be sitting on top of this. You see, it's got all the holes on the bottom. All down here is going to help fuel the fire from underneath, as well as the top. And that's what it looks like when you put it up. This is what it looks like when you assemble it. And this is, in case you have something that's wider, plate, and you just snap this right in. Put this right in like that here, folks. And that is it. That's the stove itself. Here it is. So what I want to do is just take this top piece off, and I want to put some fuel in there. Now some of this fuel looks a little too long, so I'm just going to start off with all the shorter pieces. And I hope this cam's getting this. I'm going to line up this here with short pieces of fuel all the way around. That may work. No, it's going to be a little too long. I'm going to get all the short pieces I cut. I'm going to have to cut some of these down. That looks good. That's a hard piece of wood. Wow, that's hardwood. They don't call it hardwood for nothing. There you are. Here we are. That should be good. Wow. Look at that. What you want to do, I'm going to kind of put it sideways like this. And then put the fuel. Stick some more of this fuel in there. Put that one in the middle probably. That's the tallest one. I still can get this on there. That is perfect. Alright, now what I want to do, take some beautiful shavings off of this piece of fatwood. That's going to be the shavings. Then I'm going to have the feather stick I'm going to put right in there. And I'm going to put shavings on top. You're going to see how fast that lights. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a little feather stick. And what I want to do is just get enough shavings just to get the shavings lit. And then I'm going to stick that feather stick in it and put it right inside there. Okay, we are ready to go. I'll show you this, folks. It takes a second to light it up. Just takes 1 second. Here it is. And take the 2 feather sticks this time. And we're going to put that fuel right inside there, just like that. Okay, folks, it took a little bit for that to get started, but now it's percolating. And watch this. I'm going to put this top right on, and you can see that it's called gasification. That's like little chambers in there, and that's how it's rising up. It's not easy lighting a fire in wet conditions, even with fatwood. It helps get the wood started, but it's going to take time, and you're going to have to use a lot smaller pieces to get something lit for sure. Okay, so we have this here. I have a small cup. I'm going to pour some water in there. At this little cup, I'm gonna just make a little bit, enough of tea. We'll see how fast this actually boils that water. There we are. And we're boiling water right now. Okay, so I'll get back to you in a couple of minutes once this water is boiling. For a little package of tea. Stay with me, folks. It's only going to get better. Okay, here we are, and I'm showing you a bird's eye view. We're going to throw just a couple more pieces of wood in there. Make sure it's going to be nice and hot. Look, you can see that. And I'm going to take this off carefully with my glove. And I'm going to place it right here. Making sure you don't want to burn yourself. Look at that. I'll put it back up there. Let you know. Just to see that boiling, folks. That's boiling water right there. It's a small portion, so it doesn't take long. Put that right there. And get my tea bag out and steep some nice tea there. Okay, so while this tea is steeping, I'm going to wait for that fire to burn down. And I do see a whole bunch of coals down there. And that should give me enough time to get a grill out put on top. I got what's called a bushcraft grill. Comes in two. It has two pieces and two sizes. It comes in, and this happens to be the larger size. And you can put that grill right on top, just like that. Making sure everything is. I'll put it this way, just to make sure everything is holding. And once that fire goes down low enough, I'm going to put a couple hot dogs on there. I'm going to put a couple hot dogs on there. I think this is called Johnsonville jalapeno cheddar cheese hot dog. Sausage, well, it's not hot dog, but sausage. That's what it is. So that should be enough with this flame there, right? Just like that. Oh, that's plenty of flame, and then those coals are burning real nice. Coals are burning just fine, folks. I threw a piece of wood in there that I shouldn't have. It brought the flames right up. Don't worry, folks. This is going to be two good hot dogs. Just got to keep them on the side away from the flame. The direct flame, just like that. Let it cook like that for now, until that fire goes down again. See if this tea is ready to drink. Some good tea. Oh goodness, this tea is so good. Look at that. Oh yes. Just look at the way that the hot dogs are cooking. Now what I want to do is just turn them this way. Look at that. And it smells so good, folks. Oh boy. Big time grill out here. One little nugget. Wow. Look at that. Look inside that flame. There you go. There it is. Look how beautiful those little hot dogs look. Cheese coming out of it. A small little flame. Ain't nothing to chart. Mostly coals down in there. I just do a couple of little tiny pieces of wood in there just to make sure. And that's how you do it. You take a Lixada wood stove. You have a little grill you can bring along with you to put out there to grill some food. You can't grill too much, but a little at a time, especially if it's just you. That shouldn't be a problem at all. And all I can say is, cheers. Look at that. Nice hot dogs. There you are. That's how you do it out here, folks. And I'll throw a little mustard with me. Put that right on it. That's good. That looks real good. Wow. And don't get hungry. And that's how you do it. That's a Lixada wood stove, camping. And this is a bushcraft grill. I have a set. Okay, folks. And what you don't want to do is, you don't want to touch this when it's real hot. You need to have protective gloves. And I do have water to put this out. Take that top piece off, collapse it, move this just like that. Just those are ashes, folks. Those are all ashes. And that's what's good about this stove. It burns down to the ashes. What's good about that? It's efficient. It's efficient hiking gas stove. You see that? There we are. I hope this was a purposeful demonstration on how to use the Lixada. I'm going to clean this up. It's not hot enough. I can't handle it, and I have these suede gloves, so that's all good in itself. Put that back in. Put this on top. Take this piece off here. Turn it over on the inside. I take this and fold it down. And just put it right in there just like that. Fold it down and put it there. Now, looking for... Okay, so this is going to wrap it up. This is the little Lixada with the my little grill. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye for now. This is Hikaloo from the Outdoor Wilderness Wildlife Adventures, and this is Lone Wolf Wilderness Scouting Fatwood Adventures, episode 36 with a question mark. Until then, folks, be well, stay safe, get outdoors. Get outdoors.